Let us get into the matter immediately. Today, the big discussion across Nigeria is the decision of the Senate to reconstitute some very important committees: the Security Committee, the Air Force Committee, and the National Planning Committee. And this move has created a lot of attention because these committees play major roles in the safety, future, and long-term direction of the country. Before I go deeper, please remember to like this video and subscribe so you do not miss any of our updates and analysis. It really helps the channel grow. Now, as we begin the story, what exactly did the Senate do? They reshuffled the leadership of these committees. They removed some people, reassigned some, and appointed new ones. And when you see a move like this, especially around security and national planning, it often means that there is pressure, something is not working the way it should, or the leadership wants a fresh start so that results can improve. And as we all know, Nigeria has been battling many security concerns, from challenges in the northeast to issues in the northwest to tensions in other regions. So, the Senate probably felt that the committees in charge of oversight were not giving them the kind of results, reports, and improvements they expected. And because of that, they decided it was time for a reorganization. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe while you are listening. Let us continue. When the Senate decides to reconstitute committees, it is not a small matter. These are the committees that meet with the security chiefs, that review budgets, that inspect operations, that question strategies, and that hold agencies accountable. So the people leading these committees must be individuals with strong understanding, discipline, and a willingness to ask difficult questions. Now, one interesting part of this story is that the restructuring did not only affect the security committees. It also touched the National Planning Committee and even reached committees connected to agriculture and livestock management. Why would the Senate link these areas together? The reason is simple. In a country like Nigeria, security is not only about guns and uniforms. Security also connects to food, the economy, land use, farming, and general development. Whenever planning is weak, security weakens. Whenever development is slow, insecurity rises. Whenever communities lack support and structure, tension increases. So the committee reshuffle was not only about supervising the military, it was about strengthening the entire environment that supports peace. Please remember to like this video and subscribe so that more people can see this news breakdown. Now let us look at the deeper meaning of this reshuffle. One thing you must understand is that when a government organ like the Senate reshuffles security-related committees, it sends a signal not only to Nigerians but also to the security agencies themselves. It is a message that oversight will become firmer. It is a message that results are expected. It is also a message that the Senate wants to see more accuracy in reports, more transparency in spending, and more seriousness from those responsible for protecting lives and property. Another thing to consider is that committee reshuffles often happen when the Senate is preparing for a new phase of work. Maybe they want to begin deeper investigations, maybe budget season is near, maybe security conditions across the country require a fresh angle. Maybe they want members who can handle pressure or improve communication between the Senate and the defense sector. Whatever the exact reason, moves like this do not happen randomly. They happen when the leadership feels the need to re-energize the system. Please press the like button right now and subscribe if you haven't. Let us move on. Another part of this gist that makes the story interesting is the kind of roles these committees play in shaping national safety. For example, the Senate Committee on Security and Intelligence does not only meet with the heads of security agencies, they also analyze intelligence updates, review national security strategies, and sometimes attend classified briefings. So whoever is appointed to lead this committee is stepping into a very serious position that requires maturity, experience, and sound judgment. The Committee on the Air Force, on the other hand, handles oversight of aerial operations, defense aviation, and procurement related to aircraft, training, and air surveillance. As we know, the Air Force has been playing a major role in Nigeria's internal security through aerial patrols, airstrikes against violent groups, and supporting ground troops. Then we have the National Planning Committee, which handles long-term national goals, economic development, population planning, infrastructure frameworks, and general future strategies. Anytime the national planning side is weak, the country moves without direction. Anytime planning becomes stronger, development becomes more stable. So when you see the Senate reshuffling these three committees at the same time, it tells you that they want more coordination between national security and national planning. Because without planning, security cannot be stable. Without security, planning cannot succeed. Both must work hand in hand. Please do not forget to like this video and subscribe so that the algorithm can show this news to other viewers. Now, let us also discuss public reactions around this development. Whenever major positions in government change, people begin to ask questions. Some people wonder if the changes will create better results. Some are hopeful, some are skeptical, and some are concerned about what pushed the Senate to move this quickly. But one thing is clear, Nigerians are watching closely. People want improvements. People want accountability. People want stronger oversight. And beyond all that, people want peace. Whether you live in the north, south, east, or west, security affects everyone. Transport, trade, farming, travel, education, everything depends on peace. That is why any moves related to security oversight attract national attention. Again, please, if you are still listening, press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let us go deeper. Something else we must talk about is the link between national planning and national safety. When infrastructure is poor, when rural areas lack support, when population growth is not well managed, when economic plans are weak, the overall environment becomes unstable. Tension rises, crime increases, social pressure becomes high. These issues can push communities into crisis or make young people vulnerable. So the Senate reconstituting the National Planning Committee at this same time shows they want to strengthen the root, not just the branches. And this is important because Nigeria is entering a period where planning must be clear. The population is growing, the economy needs direction, development requires order, and security depends on all these factors being stable. Now let me remind you again, don't forget to like this video and subscribe while we continue the story. Another interesting angle we must examine is the leadership style of those appointed to these committees. Every senator is different. Some are strong administrators, some are strategic thinkers, some are experienced in government operations, and some understand national security from years of public service. The effectiveness of these committees will depend heavily on how well their new leaders manage the responsibilities placed on their shoulders. If they show courage, seriousness, and commitment, Nigeria could see improvement in oversight. If they become inactive or political, the country may not see much progress. This is why Nigerians are paying attention. As I continue, let me ask you again, please like this video and subscribe so we can grow the platform and bring you more real-time analysis. Now let us address what many people might be thinking. Will this reshuffle bring real change? Will it improve security? Will it create better national planning? The answer is it depends on the follow-through. Reshuffling by itself does not solve problems. What solves problems is consistent work, transparency, and the courage to challenge any system that is not delivering results. If these new committee leaders work with seriousness, Nigeria could move towards stronger security and better planning. But if the system remains slow, or if oversight becomes weak again, then the reshuffle will only look like a surface change.